All right, listen up. Forget everything else right now. For the next few minutes, the only thing that matters is what you're about to hear. This isn't about little tips and tricks. This is about a complete and total mindset shift. You are now entering brain mode. That means no multitasking, no distractions. There is only the mission to forge an unbreakable focus. So, first things first. You have to understand that your biggest obstacle isn't the subject, it's not your teacher, it's not the time you have. No, the real enemy is right there inside your own skull. See, your brain is programmed to take the path of least resistance. Its main goal is to conserve energy, which means it is lazy by default. It's time for a confrontation. Let that number really sink in. We're talking 9 out of 10 people. They're not failing because they aren't smart enough. They're failing because their entire approach is fundamentally broken. They are losing the internal war before they've even started to fight. That's the hard truth. Come on, think about it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That one simple task you kept putting off, that chapter you just needed to read, how did it end up eating your entire afternoon? All of a sudden, your phone is the most interesting thing in the world, right? Or the idea of getting a snack becomes completely irresistible. This isn't a coincidence. It's a symptom of a much deeper problem. And here's the name of that problem: Parkinson's law. It's a critical point. Your brain operates under this law. If you give a task 3 hours, you know what? It's going to take 3 hours. That's not efficiency. It's a profound lack of discipline. We are here to absolutely crush this default state, to replace that weakness with total, absolute control. Okay, so we've identified the enemy. Now it's time to build the weapons to defeat it. This is where you stop being a victim of your schedule and you become its commander. We're going to architect a new mindset, one that forces efficiency. Just look at the difference here. The shift is so simple, but it is incredibly profound. The weak mindset is vague. Saying, I have 3 hours to study, is basically an open invitation for every distraction to come crashing in. But the disciplined mindset? That's a precise mission. I have 20 minutes for this specific task. See? It creates immediate urgency. You're hacking your brain's perception of time, and you're leaving zero room for procrastination to sneak in. Next, we get surgical. We apply the 80-20 rule. And here's the secret. Not all effort is created equal. Not even close. A tiny fraction of what you study, the right 20%, is going to yield 80% of your results. So forget about perfectionism. That's just a trap your brain sets to waste your energy. You need to focus only on what truly matters. So, how do you actually do this? It's simple. You reverse engineer the work. Go look at past exams, find the patterns, identify the themes that keep showing up over and over again. That is your 20%. Then you focus 80% of your energy right there. You start working with intelligence, not just with brute force endurance. Having the right mindset, well, that's the foundation. But now we're going to install the operating system. And listen, these are not suggestions. These are protocols for execution. This is how you start to absorb and retain information at a rate that's going to feel almost illegal. You know that laser focus you get right before a huge deadline? We're going to manufacture that feeling on demand. Set a timer for 30 minutes. For those 30 minutes, it is an absolute emergency. Nothing else in the world exists. Then, when the timer goes off, you take a 5-minute break completely guilt-free. That break is part of the protocol. It stops you from burning out, and it tells your brain, hey, you can survive this sprint. This, right here, is the ultimate test. See, just memorizing things is fragile. It shatters under any real pressure. True understanding is simple. It's robust. This quote isn't just some nice idea. It is the foundation of our most powerful protocol for forging real knowledge. The Feynman technique is designed to force you to confront what you don't know. You take a complex idea and you try to explain it in the simplest terms you can think of. The moment you stumble, the second you have to use jargon, bam, that's the gap in your understanding. You go back, you fill that gap, and you try again until the explanation is totally seamless and simple. This process literally burns the information into your mind. This is a command. Passively rereading your notes over and over again is one of the most inefficient learning methods known to man. It just creates the illusion of knowledge. We are about to shatter that illusion. Active recall is the act of pulling information out of your brain. It's the mental equivalent of lifting a heavy weight. It's supposed to be hard, and that's exactly why it works. Close the book and say the concepts out loud.
Use your flashcards as a weapon to test yourself, not as a crutch to just read from. And try the blurting method. Grab a blank page, set a timer for 2 minutes, and write down everything you can possibly remember about a topic. Don't worry if it's messy. Then, check your notes. See the gaps? It is brutally effective. That struggle is what builds strong neural pathways. This isn't opinion, it's science.
Okay, we've covered the mindset, we've covered the protocols. The theory is officially over. Now comes the only part that actually matters, your execution. This is your final mandate.
Here it is, the entire system on one slide. Short, urgent sprints. Surgical focus on the vital 20%. Timers to create that pressure. Teaching to guarantee you understand. Constant self-testing to build a rock-solid memory. And the biological foundations, sleep and exercise, which are absolutely non-negotiable. This is your arsenal.
Your mandate is not to just sit here and admire these techniques. It is to use them right now. Pick one strategy from this briefing, just one, and you execute it today. Not tomorrow, today. That is the very first step to building a truly unbreakable mind. If you are serious about mastering your focus, then prove it. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications for brain mode. Stay focused.